have a super awesome thing to talk about. I'm waiting to hear back from my client. We're about to meet for her last session. And it's so lovely. She worked with me two times in a row for, yes. The batteries are out of that. Could you just put that back? I needed them for something else, I think. So just put that back and then I'll help you in a minute. We did 6 weeks and then 6 weeks. And you know, I've been doing this coaching work for a while. Did you say mom again? Almost as long as I've been parenting. But something really awesome happened this go round. You know, this person, like, you know, when you work with people, it's not, you don't get to decide what people do with their knowledge. You don't get to decide what people do with their experience. You have to let them have their experience, right? We're going to keep this closed for the bugs. So knowing that, you know, this time, like when I started the work again, when I sort of went all in, I knew that I was ready to like also level up my experience as a teacher and a guide and a mentor. This time, I was almost on purpose, knowing that there would be moments where I would be triggering my client and I'd have to hold space for them to work through and know that they would get through and see that the message. The only reason I would be able to trigger them is because they've allowed me to feel with them and I can feel what they aren't able to say yet. But with this case, with this most recent case, it was so exciting in the middle when she sort of renewed without hesitation, you know, almost like doing it. And it felt really good because where we were in our relationship of working together, it felt like she was really on the brink of something. And then, you know, this dang slow connection. Are you in the refrigerator? Shut it. Oh, good, you're out. Okay, thank you. I couldn't hear over all the sound effects behind me, which I love. So, without hesitation, she renewed, and that was super exciting. I felt very happy, proud, confident, inspired, right? So we went all into the next 6 weeks. Like, it was wild, and it was completely different than the first 6 weeks. And of course it is, because this is an energy thing. Energy is always growing and evolving. And so today, you know, it was fun this time around because at the end of our 6 weeks this time, I could feel this confidence oozing from her, undeniably different than what was there when we had first started 12 weeks now this time around. We had worked together a couple of years ago for a little while, and, you know, and then this time around. But this time around, it was like, you know, where she was and where I was. I felt like when I spoke to her, I felt like I said, you knew you would come ask me this, and I would say this, and then you would hear that. And I just kept knowing that over and over again. And it kept being true. And it was so cool. Like, in the moment, there were moments in the moment, I love my wind chime right here, in the moment where she'd be like having a stressful thing. This one instance, she was in line waiting for a rental vehicle to go to work and had a time crunch. And all of a sudden she's having anxiety, she won't make it. And she messaged in, and we re-anchored in her alignment, and right there in the blink of an eye worked out to where she was 2 minutes early. 1 minute it looked like shit was gonna, and instead of letting that swirl take over, she did what she knew best. She did her next thing. This is why we practice meditation, taking a deep breath, using a mudra, focusing, you know, taking on purpose action to keep ourselves continuously in a place of energy wellness. It's the same way we want physical wellness and mental wellness. Is someone in the refrigerator?
It was me.
Oh my God. I keep feeling like I hear Eliza in there squirreling around like a dang
No, I
mouse.
was looking for the coffee grounds make for the kids. They want me to make them a coffee.
Oh yeah, tell them no. I'm almost out of it and they don't need that.
Okay. I was gonna make them with my pods, but
Oh,
if you say no, then no.
they can have that, but I really only have a little bit of the other thing, and I didn't want to go to the store today, especially because they're just gonna shit everywhere. When they eat all the ice cream in it, they want to make it all sugary, you know?
Okay, I'll do 3 pods.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't feel, I was gonna try and stretch that last little bit. I think I can do like, and I'm only playing with it because you know I'm such a nerd.
Well, they'll be gone too, so it'll be easier for just me and you to
I know, yeah.
like a pack of nuggets and share for us.
Right, yeah.
Do it that way.
Totally. And yeah. But I mean, even that, like, because I actually was thinking I'm going to get better coffee this time because it's not that yummy. But I was curious to see how long that can would last. Because it's huge.
Not Giant. Walmart's ground coffee like that, but it's like their brand.
I feel like I had another generic brand that was kind of okay.
Giant's generic is decent too. That's what I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Those pods.
And I don't hate this one, but I definitely don't want to say I love it in the morning, and you know I cannot lie.
Yeah, like the
All right.
flavor, I get that.
All right. My bad. Sorry, guys. I forgot I was talking to you. Oh, God. Yeah, no, right? Thank God we weren't talking about the other stuff. So, okay, back to my thought. So today now, here she is on the way over. And let me just say 3 things. I'm going to say 4 things, and that's it. I always am mindful about how I present this work. But if I didn't have to care, I'd say it's like therapy that works. And I mean that. And I'm not trying to be mean. It's the therapy that you're done with. And you feel like, okay, you know, like that, quickly. This person may not continue going to her real therapist that had been an ongoing relationship for a couple of years. That's a big deal. There's other places where she's seen how she's let herself sort of stay and it's sort of stifled instead of empowered. We do that. We stay in places a little too long. And she was able to see it and just make shifts. And it's so cool. It's like high fucking 5 cool, you know? So she's on the way today. And the thing that is the cherry on top for me, I'm a mom. I have 3 kids. I'm a girl. I am a girl. And I remember being a little girl and how disconnected I felt from my little girl body. And I don't want that for my daughters. And I keep thinking about the work that I do and how that can help. You know, me and my mom, now my mom is not alive in a body. So now we are wonderful to each other. But when she was alive, her rigidity and upbringing and me and my uniqueness, you know, because our younger kids, like your children that are younger than my children, they are even more of like their own spitfire than I was to my mom, you know what I mean? And of course, as everything increases, even more, it's more common to have like, whatever, you get what I'm saying, or you don't by this point. So, you know, in our human life, it was very much like Clash of the Titans, you know, oil and water, not a good look. Everything I did sort of rubbed her the wrong way. Like it wasn't ladylike. It made no sense. It was kind of trashy. Not appropriate. She did not like it or agree. She didn't like my mouth. She didn't like my body language. She didn't like how I presented myself. However, now she can understand that from her human experience, she was projecting what she wanted me to be safe and healthy. So she was trying to sort of make me behave, you know? And that's not really the point. At this point, today I'm saying my lady's on the way over and she's bringing her daughter. And she's actually already talked about sharing some of our work with her other daughters, like Reiki stuff. And I just feel like this already felt like a graduation of a thing anyway, just like, wow, we have done this together, you know? Like, yeah, I got to be the teacher this time, but don't think I wasn't along for the ride. It was a hell of a time. I was in the moment with her. When, you know, there was times when we'd leave messages and we're passing by. Hey, check this out. Hey, check this out. Thank you. But there were times when, like, when she was in the line, and you know, I'm never ever in the wrong. I'm always in the right place at the right time, and especially when I'm working with somebody, I can feel it. They can feel it. I don't even got to explain that anymore. It's real. But when we can do stuff like transmute that right in real time and see it together, it's like, wow, look what we did, you know? And now she's wanting to share that with her daughter, like, and I'm like, whoa, everything I really want is just gonna keep happening. You know, everything that I want, I'm not worried, I'm not doubtful. All of it, all of it, all of it's gonna happen because I'm gonna keep letting it happen. Because I keep enjoying it. Because I keep waking up every day and taking a bite of my life, and a bite of my life, and a bite of my life, and a bite of my life. Yummy, yummy, more, please. And when I don't feel like that, I kind of be quiet and take care of myself, or take a nap, or go into the woods and look at the deer, or lay here and stare at the sky, or take a bong hit. Shh. But you know, like, you do what you do that feels good to you. Go look at the water, take a bath, exercise. Sometimes I like to do yoga if I'm feeling like blue, you know, but you have to learn how to take care of yourself instead of ignoring it, because that's when we start getting disease and stuck energy in our body, which looks like our relationships start fucking up, our work starts messing up, our body starts getting aches and pains and little diseases, bigger diseases. You know, like, things happen to try to show you, hey, stop going this way in your mind. The more that you keep thinking and believing that we can't go another way, if you keep going this way, we have to keep going. Okay, if you say so. So you sort of have to see that and either stop it altogether and go another way, or stop it all together and just know that another way is going to come and kind of go around it. You just have to do something, because if you keep walking into the wall, you keep hitting the wall. Like, you can't go a different way if you can't think you can go a different way. If you can't think different about a situation, it can't go different. If you can think, well, I don't know what to do with this, so I'm going to give this to the universe. I think I deserve that support, and I'm happy for that. I'm going to let that go. Yeah, Boo? Do we have some left? Yes. Yep. Give me 1 minute. I'll come in and do that. You look adorable with that shirt on and pants. Yes, I will make them. Give me 1 minute. Okay? So I was thinking this morning as my lady's on the way, what can I give her going away prize, right, as a parting gift, so that she can continue just more and more empowerment from where she is, which is so wonderful. I was thinking like a checklist when we wake up in the morning, or in any moment that we are in awareness, unless we're already feeling super happy, which is our goal, like to feel happy or neutral or excited or hope, optimistic, you know. Elias, pause, and I got to move that table next to you. There's glass on it. So when you wake up in the morning, you know, sort of, that's water. What you could of course you can. You could think, like, you know, into the energy of what we know, high, helpful energy, gratitude, appreciation, love, excitement, surprises, holidays, birthdays, people we love. We can think into certain spaces and on purpose get our head excited. The beach, the animals. Like, this is sort of like priming the pump, like feeling, oh, I like thinking about these things. So if you treat your body a little bit like a vessel a few times a day, that's very helpful for your energetic self, because you are a vessel all day long. It's nice to check in with that part. Next, I would say, once you do that sort of like in the moment, like massaging of the mind and the energy, think about this because it feels good. Think about that because listen to this because it feels good. Look at this because on purpose, priming the pump in our mind to feel good, think good, expect good, right? Next, if there's anything that doesn't support that, like a feeling that's going the opposite way because we can't feel that, scan around. Well, what am I having something that I'm afraid of? Is something on my mind that I'm not thinking about? Is there something I've avoided that I could address now in this quiet space? You know, if something comes up, address that. That's called shadow work. You will then notice where your ego is responding, which is by either implementing procrastination or avoidance or denial, right? Once you can address the action and the why through shadow work, which we do all the time if we're willing, then we can hear how to soften it. If it's something, well, because my mommy always said so. Is that really still true now? Well, then you can change your mind. Okay, self, you just believe that because you kept hearing it. I'm going to unhear that now. Sometimes it helps to look in the mirror. I love tapping. I have tapping videos on YouTube. If you want them, let me know. I can send them to you. This is literally one of my favorite energetic, clearing, soothing, self-healing techniques. Everything that I teach you, everything that I talk about is so that you can take this information into your body, mix it up with the things that you love, think, and feel, what you're inspired to do with it, and then do something with it, and then see what happens. I want you to take care of your energy, because when you take care of your energy, the people around you see you, and then they take care of their energy. And just imagine if all of us were so busy minding our own business and taking care of our own energy. We would then have so much less time to be angry and upset and depressed. We would stop looking for each other to give ourselves things that we are supposed to give ourselves. We aren't supposed to look for, you're pretty, you're lovely, I can't wait to see you. You're supposed to do that. Every time I look in there, I'm like, hi, I love you, I missed you, you're cute. I talk like that to myself. And that's not how I talked to myself in the beginning. In the beginning, I could barely look at my own self. The way that I felt about myself in the beginning is so far away from me now. It would be a lot of work to disassociate back to her to show you when I do those videos of the before and after. I can't even go there in my face anymore because that girl is really not here anymore. That's a big deal. When you can feel a part of you change and morph and make sense in your body, like a trauma, a misunderstanding, a judgment that becomes clear, an addiction that you've soothed, something that you were able to overcome, or even be sort of humbled to and have to learn how to overcome. Like, those are the things that you get to feel transform you inside, whether it's a belief or a physicality. And then what you do with that is like the thing. If you do nothing with it, you're just calling in a subconscious loop. You're going to do it again as many times as you want. And just so you know, and just so we always know, the universe doesn't know yes and no. Thinking about it is wanting it. Thinking sad about it's wanting it. Thinking mad about it's wanting it. Thinking is wanting it. In fact, the more you dig your heels in those lower density, you are not wanting it. So you know you're not bringing it in as much as you're drawing more evidence of that's available to you, because that's what you choose, and you are that person. You are that to yourself. All of you, every single one of you, no exceptions at all whatsoever. Each of us get to play a cooperative component in each other's personal hub experience. So anyway, I'm going to go get ready for my lady and her little milady. And I'm going to have this fantastic session. And I want to say something medium bold, medium spicy. This work is for all ages. I am doing some of this with my daughters, but I don't share their private life because this is not that. If you feel like you're having like a younger person in your life and you might want to try something different for them, think about that. Think about their energy self. There is enough work on my YouTube free alone. There's enough work from other teachers and healers alone. I would be happy to give you some pointers if you're reaching out for your little one and you don't know where to go and you're not ready to unleash them, to another adult. If you just don't know, I can give you some places to start and you can see what happens. Because I know one thing, it never lets me down. So I am 100% sure if you're willing, it will not let you down either. This is the power of our own intuition. People call me and they're like, oh my God, I had no idea you were this. And I'm like, that's okay because your higher self did. Like no mistakes ever. No coincidences ever. I am a powerful magnet to everything I want, everyone I want. And I'm going to continue to be that and show other people how to do the same thing. Because again, it's really fun on this end. And it used to really suck over there. And that's just as real as I can say it. And it's true. you know, the proof is in the pudding. I say that all the time. I think I should make pudding. But I'm going to go. I'll see you soon. Letting me share.